Applications of direct and partial variations. First thing we need to remember is what are independent variables and dependent variables. And the independent variable is the variable whose value is known first. It's the variable we can't control, and it's placed on the horizontal or the x-axis. The dependent variable is the variable whose value changes based on what happens to the first variable. It is always placed on the vertical or y-axis. We need to remember what a rate of change is too. Rate of change is the vertical change over horizontal change, or the change in the dependent variable over the change in the independent variable. Rise over run, rate of change, variable rate, constant of variation, they all mean the same thing. Consider this example. Every month, Aziza pays Netflix $10 plus $1 per movie she downloads. Let's read it again and think about what's important. Every month, Aziza pays Netflix $10 and $1 per movie. Okay, that's good. What's the independent variable? What's the dependent variable? We're looking to identify the independent variable and the dependent variable. Aziza pays Netflix money. So what is that money she pays them based on? It's based on how many movies she downloads. So we can say the independent variable is the number of movies she downloads, and the dependent variable is the monthly cost of Netflix. When we read part C, what is the rate of change? Rate of change. We are looking to identify the rate of change. You'll notice I'm using our strategies for problem solving that we've talked about before, highlighting key information and underlining units and what we're looking for. What does the rate of change represent in this situation? We want to know what the rate of change represents. Well, the easy one right now is the rate of change, and that's $1 per movie. What does it represent? It's the cost per movie. Every month, oh, we don't have to read that part again, that's the same. What is the fixed cost? We're looking to identify the fixed cost. And what does the fixed cost represent? The fixed cost is what happens only once. It's our initial value, or our y-intercept. That would be our $10. And that's how much she pays to Netflix regardless of the number of movies she downloads. So even if she downloads 0 movies, she has to pay them $10 for the month. Does this scenario represent a direct or a partial variation? Explain your answer. So I want to know, is it direct or partial, and I have to explain. My fixed value is actually $10. I have to pay them that even if I download no movies. So this has to be a partial variation because there is a fixed cost. Therefore, the graph is not going to pass through the origin. Determine the equation that represents this scenario and include let statements. So we want an equation and let statements. We've already decided that our total monthly cost to download movies and use Netflix is our dependent variable. We'll call that C. And then our independent variable would be the number of movies she downloads. And it's a linear relation, so we use y equals mx plus b, and we've said that the rate of change is 1 because it's $1 per movie downloaded, and the fixed cost is 10 because we pay $10 regardless of the movies we download.